Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. EA Sports College Football just about a month into the season, and we are ready for this Week 4 clash. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, he told me that his quarterback deserves all of the Heisman attention that he is receiving. We have seen what he's been able to do through the air. He is top 5 right now in the country in passing touchdowns, and he continues to improve in his ball security. I believe he belongs in that conversation for Heisman Trophy, but we'll keep you posted. This could change through the course of the season, but right now, he is on track to hear his name called in New York. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And he's going to bring this one out. Slips through the line. They get him out of bounds at the 46, and he sets him up with terrific field position on that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Sellers. Here's a heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Catches it at the 15. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Now on the option. Now the toss. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
To the ground. He's got it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield. working that left side. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Now the toss. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to impose their will with the run. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Play clock was down to 5. No need to rush things. Make sure you got it right, so they'll use the timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. To the air, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. And this passing game has them calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Makes him talk to the hand. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
You wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
They punted away on 4th down. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Running inside, it's Clark. He breaks a tackle. Gets it across the 10, a pickup of 5, and out of trouble to the 12. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Here's Sellers to throw. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Got a little grass. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Attacking another offensive odyssey. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick-6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Sellers through the noise. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Send the tight end in motion. The run inside. It's Clark. Runs through the tackle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Throwing Sellers. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
It'll be 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Sellers. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
And right now it looks like there's 12, 13, 14 guys on defense. I mean, last possession you saw him break on the football, get the pick 6. Now another opportunity again. Dialed in, focused, breaks on the football, but that's why he plays defense. Shows you why he's not a receiver, but this defense is dialed in.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught downfield.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting the playmaker get behind them. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the 4th down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be.
Finding some room. He's got enough, and they roll. It's on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, you're seeing this more and more often in college football with the analytics and everything else. But 4th and inches, they decide to go for it, and they pick it up on the ground.
You know, I really think it's a smart move, too, because why just give up and hand them the ball and give the defense a boost of morale that they really didn't earn?
Yeah, and I like the decision, too, based on who their personnel is and what their identity is as an offense. They want to be physical and control the line of scrimmage. It's a good call.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Run in the red zone. It's Clark. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
And he tacked on the extra point. Bring it back from inside the 15. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Makes the grab. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. This time it's complete. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what. Keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Here's Sellers to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab down the left side. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to throw it again. Bringing the heat. Being chased. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. Throwing, Sellers. Fires toward the target. Working on the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, South Carolina!
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
And the extra point splits the uprights. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Running to the left. Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the 2nd quarter. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quick release on the RPO. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. Let's start with the Missouri State Bears, taking on the number 16 team, the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the Bears in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
To the air, it's Mateer. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Sooners will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and take it back. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Looking for room, it's Clark. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Sellers on the play action. Unloads it downfield. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands that you just saw.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Now here's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
There's a crease. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And that one will give him the lead.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fuller.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Sellers. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas. Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Running inside. It's McAllister. They got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll go right back to him. Sweet cut there. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been...
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. The run inside. It's Fuller. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better. Just draining some time off the clock. A designed run for the quarterback. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense picks it up.
man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football, I got the lead, the clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense have to understand the situation, have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I make sure I don't fumble, costly fumble.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Got the back over the middle. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this defense has an opportunity to close this one out, right? Like, it's in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. A few more stops, and it's dub time. So pinning your ears back, rushing the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable is definitely job number one.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw it. A strike downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of the big play coming on third and long. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. Third and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Not much there. He gets one to the 11.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this fourth quarter.
Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. He'll try it again. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Pulls and fired complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. got enough, and he slides to avoid the punishment, and it'll be a first down. Nice move there on 4th and short.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
Victory formation on the road. There's not a better play call for an offensive coordinator to make.